All right, we're back. The STLHD Nation Podcast is back. If you don't know, my name is Alex Hudjon, and this is Adam McNamara, and it's been a while. We moved.
Our holiday hiatus.
A couple months before that too, we moved. We opened up our retail shop, moved from Salem to Tualatin. That's where we are now, in the grandeur of our retail shop in Tualatin. That was a haul.
Yes, that was a heavy lift.
Yeah.
September, we started in the old shop, trying to get out of there in September. Took us till,
October 5th, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was. We tried to get a contractor to come in and help us build some of this stuff, and nobody either had availability or they were just so busy they said, yeah, we could do it, but it'll cost an arm and a leg to do everything. So we just did it ourselves, which turned out pretty good, I think.
It's doable.
If you haven't been to the shop here in Tualatin, come see us. Right now, the boat show's going. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're going to the boat show, and then the sportsman show is coming up. If you're listening to this podcast and you're going to the sportsman show, we're not that far. We're like, 10-minute drive? Come over, 10, 15 minutes. Swing by, or on your way up if you're coming from the south.
You're going to drive right past.
You're going to drive right past
2 minutes out of your way.
Right next to the Cabela's off I-5. So
if you're going there as well?
Exactly, or if you're going to Cabela's. So we're excited to have this retail spot going for sure. It was something that we've always wanted to do, and I think we did it right. It feels right.
Yeah, I was as a person who came from retail, was always a little disappointed when people came to our underwhelming space in the front of our drive through the Mad Max style wasteland to get into the old shop, which was not very impressive. So
no, it was about 110 square feet of nothing.
Yep.
But now we got a whole experience. We got the cold room set up. We try on jackets and hoodies in there. I actually posted about that the other day online, and a bunch of people were like, "It's colder outside. 42 degrees is tropical for Michigan." I'm like, dude, it's a experience in a retail store. We obviously don't want people taking product outside without paying for it.
Also, oftentimes, even in the wintertime, it is colder in there than it is outside here.
It is. Correct. Here in the Portland area. So anyway, come check it out when you get a chance. Christmas is over. The holidays are over. Is it acceptable to say Happy New Year throughout the month of January? Or are you done at like the 3rd? Is the 3rd or the 4th you're done?
January 2nd.
January 2nd?
I'm done on January 2nd. New Year is one day for me.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
You did.
And now it's just the year.
Yeah. That's like saying Merry Christmas in November.
Yes.
Right?
It's too early.
It's too early.
Too early.
Happy New Year should not be said, in my opinion. I think you got till the 2nd.
I could give you grace.
The 2nd is my official cutoff for saying Happy New Year to people. I just pulled my Christmas lights off the front of my house. That's how lazy I am.
I do mine New Year's Day.
You take them off New Year's Day?
It's a new year, man.
Yeah.
You got to start it fresh.
I was going to do it last Saturday, but I went fishing instead.
That's a good
the old Clackamas.
Good excuse.
Mm-hmm. But we got some stuff we're doing. Always Searching again. We're going to season 2, we'll call it.
Yep.
We've got a bunch of stuff booked for that. So far, we got a trip booked with Dan Fisher.
Yep.
We got a trip booked with Chuck Reagan in Northern California.
Mike Zvadlo on
Mike Z.
the Olympic Peninsula.
Is that on the calendar?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, good. I
booked the rooms for that yesterday.
Perfect, thank you. I think, I talked to Beck. I want to go out with Beck again. I don't know. We have to pick a date, but definitely want to do that again. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. those are fun. If you guys haven't seen the Always Searching series on YouTube, it's really cool. I find it enjoyable to watch. It's a totally different than I think any other quote unquote fishing show, either on TV or YouTube, anywhere. I think it's just a completely different experience than anything I've seen. And maybe that's a bad thing. I have no idea.
It's a fun thing.
It's a fun thing for us to do, I think. And it gives us the opportunity to showcase our friends and the things that they do. It gives us opportunity to showcase like the people, places, and history of the places that we go, the food, right?
Well, if we're being honest, when we did it to begin with, it was about the relationships we had built between the two of us as we came up through the industry in very different ways. You and I came from very different backgrounds, and obviously I was a guide for a long time, and that's where most of my friends and connections in the industry come from. You come from this side of things a little more from being an enthusiast and then a person.
A novice, what do they call that? A hack, I believe.
I believe the proper term for that is hack. But it's fun, and so it's cool for me, I think, in a lot of ways to meet the people that influence you into the to the business, and the connections you have are very different from oftentimes come from a different place than the connections I have, which is fun. It's been fun for me to have you meet some of my friends and where I had come from. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the guys growing up in Northern California, a lot of the guys that we hung out with ended up becoming guides in one way or another, either waterfowl or fishing or both. And we didn't me and my brother didn't grow up hunting and fishing all the time. It was my dad wasn't a hardcore outdoorsman. He was definitely more of a dabbler. He would go here and there. We'd go fishing up at Inglebright or Little Grass Valley, trout fishing, or my grandpa would come up and we'd go find some bluegill somewhere or something when we were kids. But that was basically it. Every once in a while, salmon fishing. That was it until I got much older. So, I know you as a kid, you were fishing all the time.
Yeah, it was all I wanted to do. Yeah. I fished all the time as a kid. I grew up with a single mom, but she would do anything to keep me out of trouble. So she just, let me go fishing all the time and hunting. And that's kind of what I grew up doing. And then I ended up becoming a guide, and eventually later in my life, and guiding, in Alaska and on the Deschutes and up and down the coast, and then doing travel trips all over. And so I just kind of, fell into the industry part of it early.
Yeah, and a pretty decent time to do it too. What year did you start guiding?
I think I started guiding. What year was Hurricane Katrina? That's a pretty easy one to remember.
Was that 2002?
I think so. That was my first year as a guide.
Yeah.
I might have started in the winter of 2001.
Yeah.
Like in December.
2002, I was in an Astro van touring Southern California with my band.
Yeah.
I was not a guide.
Yeah.
Very different roads to get to where we are now, but we're here. Anyway, I'm excited to do more of the Always Searching series for sure. And we got some other things we're working on, some guide profile things. If you remember, you guys might remember AJ popping up from the previous podcast here and there, and he is back. He left for a while, just absolutely couldn't live life without us, so he came back, and so now he's back.
I thought he had to go find himself.
He did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did find myself.
Yeah.
And I found out I didn't like that. We did the change, so I had to go back.
So we're happy to have AJ back and be able to do some more of this stuff, because without him, it's real difficult. The last time we did Always Searching, we had what was the last one we did? Was it the Styles one?
It was the one with Styles, and we kind of
Styles
acted
Howery
together with Austin on the camera. And
Yep. We went out with Dan. That was a good time though.
Great time.
I want to do that again for sure. But I'm very much looking forward to getting out there and doing some more fishing. What else? What else we got?
Yeah, we're working on lots of new cool stuff for the shop.
Yep.
Or for the website, the shop. You know,
Yep.
For the brand, I guess, is a better way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really exciting this year.
Got some new sales reps.
Got some new guys going to help us grow into some more states and some more, hopefully some more shops closer to people. I find that there's always those people who like to put hands on it before they buy it, and it'd be cool to be in, hopefully kind of all over the place.
Yep.
That'll really help where people can touch it, feel it, try it on, even if they don't have a cold room.
Yep. So that'll be good. That'll be
Yeah.
really good. New products, working on some new products. 23 is going to be an interesting year.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like for the first time in like almost 11 years, we've hit a stride. Like we have things work. It's not so much of a struggle as it once was, just from a business standpoint, in that we have a good team. We have the store. We have like the shipping and return thing is completely like autopilot. It's
better than it ever
better
has
than
been.
it's ever been. If you guys place an order at 7 a.m., that thing ships by noon usually. During the week. It's all that stuff is good, and so now we can focus on new products. How do we make your experience as a customer even better, whether you're online or in here? And that's something, if you guys are watching this and you've been to our website, leave a comment in the comments section about like maybe new products you'd want to see, maybe ways we can improve the website. If you've been in the store, maybe ways we can improve the store. Maybe you can give some insight into maybe how AJ could not stink so bad. There's there's all kinds of stuff, but leave some comments for us. I'm especially worried about concerned with the website. We put a lot of time and effort into this place, but I want to know what we could do to improve the web experience for you guys, if you're so inclined.
Yeah, I think this is, now that we're at the point where we can just focus on hopefully making experiences better, and just, it's going to be great. And you're right, there's a lot still.
And I want to do an Always Searching in Michigan.
I would like to do that myself.
You want to go to Michigan?
Oh, yes, sir.
If you guys are watching this and you live in Michigan, hit us up.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't have a problem calling them steelhead if that's
Neither do I. Nope. We're not the no salt, no steel purists. It looks fun as hell. I've wanted to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
We were just talking about different beads and bead setups and how people fish different over there than they fish over here. Just the slight differences this morning, and I think it'd be cool. I was actually talking to a guy yesterday, and I was talking about like the divide over here on the West Coast between gear fishermen and fly fishermen, and he was just like, dude, we don't really even have that over here, for obvious reasons, right, that we don't need to get into here, but just all the different things that are the difference between there and here. I want to go see it in person.
I love any new fishery.
Yeah.
I don't. I've been lucky enough to get to travel and fish a lot of places, and I'm always up for new places.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're doing this podcast in the morning now instead of in the evening.
So coffee.
Steelhead Gear Coffee. delicious Steelhead Gear Coffee. You can find it on our website or in store. Catch of the day is the one I'm drinking today.
Sipping catch of the day.
It's delicious. Let's see. What else should we talk about? How are we doing on time here? Try to keep these things concise.
Good. About 15 minutes.
We're at about 15 minutes right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We're doing great.
So if we do go to Michigan, there's multiple things we could do over there. But if we did go to Michigan or anywhere in the Great Lakes region, where would you want to go? What would you want to do?
Actually, I'll tell you something that probably is sacrilegious to many people here. I'd go carp fishing, Traverse City.
Really?
They're those Lake Michigan carp fishermen, clear water and big fish, super fun.
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
That does sound fun.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend John, well, you know John.
Yeah, yep.
John does it every year, loves it, super great. Be a cool fishery.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll catch any kind of fish, I don't care what.
I want to go to Louisiana, your buddy.
Yes, we're going to do
the
that.
redfish thing. That would be super fun.
When
do we do that? When would we do that?
Oh, you can do it all year. Spring is one of the most fun. The best time I've ever been there was end of May, first part of June. But I've been there in January and August. And
make a note of that.
Louisiana, yes sir.
Yeah,
that is.
I bet you John will want to go on that.
That's probably my favorite fishery on the planet that I've ever done.
Never done it.
Louisiana redfish.
Yep, I've never done it. I want to do it. I want to go down and do striper again.
For sure.
That's always a blast. I want to do it. I want to do it where we can do the night fishing though.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah.
Might have to get a hold of Wraith. Remember the dude we met at the gas station?
Yeah.
He does the night gig down there, and that would be super fun.
Yeah, it is. I've been lucky enough to do that fishery too.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. And they have water this year.
They're going to have water this year, which means hopefully they have a lot of fish this year.
Yeah, they got it all at once.
They're still getting it right now.
Yeah, they're getting it right now. Like they were like, oh, geez, finally the storm passed and the water's starting to recede, and then wallop number 2 or 3 actually.
3, I think now.
Coming
I don't
in.
know, man.
Hopefully they get some snowpack, and it's not just, all the rain in the world for 2 days. I remember when I was a kid, every spring it would rain like that for like a week. All the roads would flood, and you'd get a ton of snow up in the mountains, and that was basically your water for the year. Some years were more than others, but they've been in a real bad spot for a lot of years. Hopefully this helps. It's not the answer at all.
Yeah, a few years of this is what they need.
Remember, they got like a week worth where they got like an inch of rain, and when we went down there last time, and Coots was like, man, we got that inch of rain. It really helped.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got 1 inch of rain, and you're like excited. Holy crap.
Yeah, but they're in a tough spot, man.
It is, yeah.
It's a rough
100%.
A rough one for those guys.
100%.
They got a lot going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the striper fishing was playing right behind you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Good timing.
There you go.
Perfect timing.
Nice. That was so fun.
I love that trip.
That was a great shot, too. See, this is what you're missing if you haven't seen the Always Searching series on YouTube. Tell your friends.
We're missing without AJ before, too.
I know, right?
Now that AJ's back, we can
I'm
do that.
serious. It kind of bums me out that more people haven't checked it out, because it when you sit back and watch it, and I asked some objective people, like, I want you to sit back and watch this and give me the full, don't hold anything back. What do you think? What's your full opinion of it? And everybody was like, it's super enjoyable. There was a couple tweaks that they make, some constructive criticism. Maybe don't focus so much on the people, to show more of the fishing, right? Because obvious reasons, right? But I think it's, some episodes are a little bit more weighted in one direction, but that's any series, right?
No matter what.
I don't know. I really like both No Reservations and Parts Unknown Anthony Bourdain shows.
Yes.
But there were some shows where it would get maybe he would get super into the political side of things, and you didn't get to see any of the city and the food, and they were talking about the plight of the people or
kids
whatever
who lived in the dump or
exactly.
That one was sad.
And you're like, yeah, okay, I get it, but also I kind of want to see where you're at and all that stuff, right? And so we try to in the series try to do similar things and show the whole experience, not just like, here's the rig we're using this size bead or this spinner blade or whatever it is. Like, everybody does that.
I think
Everyone does that. There's 10 million YouTubers doing this is instructional stuff, and it just seemed overdone. So why? And it's not like really what we do anyway. So why not do what it is that we do? So go check it out. I encourage you to go check it out. And if you like it, tell one friend. Do me the personal favor. If you like Always Searching, tell one single person about it. And if enough of you do that, more people will see it.
I was going to say, then more people will watch it.
And AJ gets to keep his job.
That's right. We'll keep AJ.
If you guys care about AJ eating something other than ramen, tell your friends about Always Searching.
Well, if you care that he chooses to eat ramen insteid of his forced to eat ramen.
Well, right now I'm eating 1 pack a day.
Nice. Just get a Salt Lake. What else we got? I think that's it.
That's about it, man.
Feeling pretty good about that.
Goings-ons.
It's kind of, we kind of had to give you the State of the Union, this, because we haven't done it in a while. It's good to be back doing this, because even just sitting here talking about stuff, I'm like, oh, we should do this. We should do it. I mean, you guys listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, you almost get to see, like, from an outsider looking in, a voyeuristic standpoint of how we come up with some of this stuff, right? I mean, because we come up with ideas like, we hadn't talked at all in 23 about going to Louisiana.
Nope.
We hadn't talked at all about it, but now we might do it because we talked about it here. And it's on camera, so we have to do it now.
You can't be a liar. Don't be a liar.
With plane prices, we might have to drive, but it'll be...
Road trip.
Road trip.
I'm down for a road trip.
But, cool. All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening and watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.